Hello guys, in today's video I will present you the BIOS of the MSI B450 Tomahawk Max motherboard. You can see it right there installed on my system if you've been following my channel. And this is the Dragon Center. To enter in BIOS, start the PC or restart it and press the delete key while it restarts. Right now press the delete button and the BIOS will show up. There we have it. This is the advanced mode. We also have the easy mode, that it looks like this. Right here we have the CPU, memory, storage, fan info and help. You can see it there on the left side. Also we have a function, the game boost. You can turn it on. Also the XMP profile for the RAM. Unfortunately mine doesn't support this, but only 2400 MHz max. Also here up in the easy mode aspect we have the BIOS priority. Also up the info and down we can use the M flash, the hardware monitor, all the information, LAN optimization, HD audio controller, and also the SATA CI and RAID options. I will choose the advanced mode from up and let's start. First we get into settings. Here we have system status. And DMI information. This is about it. With escape we go back. Then we have advanced, PCI subsystem settings. We see here PCI Express 1 max link speed. It was set to auto. I will put it to Gen 3 because it's PCI Express 3.0. Chipset Gen switch. It's set to auto. Let's put it to Gen 3 because it's Ryzen 3000. Above 4G memory. Cryptocurrency mining, this is disabled. You can enable it if you want. And here are the configuration for the PCIe lanes. So if you use it in Crossfire, you will only get X4 out of each. I leave it on auto here. Let's press escape. Next we have ACPI settings, power LED. blinking or dual color. I'll leave it like this. Over temperature alert, it's auto, but it really isn't a problem. Next we have integrated peripherals. Onboard LAN controller, LAN option ROM, network stack, SATA mode. Here you can set the AHCI mode for SSD or RAID mode. Personally, I leave it just like this. I don't need any RAID. Down, of course, you have all the SATA ports, the 6 3.0 SATA ports, and the HD audio controller enabled. Next we have USB configuration. Everything is enabled. Super I/O configuration. I will leave it just like it is. Power management setup. ERP ready. I really don't know what this is. Restore after AC power loss. Power off, power on, or last state. I'll leave it like this. System power fault protection. It's better to be disabled, because if you enable this and you start gaming in overclocked mode, the PC will think that it's some very dangerous power going into the PC, and it will shut itself off. So let it disabled. Next, Windows OS configuration. I'll leave it like this. CSM. Although we can also have UEFI. I think I should select this one. Let's see. Here we have also the secure boot option. Okay. Wake up event setup. I'll leave it like this, and secure erase plus. I'll click no. So this basically deletes all on your SSD if you choose it. Okay. So this is in settings. Next, on the left side we have overclock option. Here we have OC Explore mode. Which is set to normal. You can also choose expert. I'll just leave it like normal because I do not do any overclocking. The CPU ratio is set to auto. You cannot overclock it from here. Also the base clock, it's set to auto. Next we have the RAM frequency. I've bought it at 2133 MHz, but the actual RAM speed of these sticks is 2400 MHz. Above that they do not work, not even on this motherboard with this CPU, with the Ryzen 5 3600. So I'm stuck at 2400, but it's still better than nothing. You have here all the advanced DRAM configuration, if you want to overclock the RAM. And also to change the RAM frequency, you enter in this option, DRAM frequency, and here you have all the frequency possibles from 1600 all the way down to some crazy numbers. Let's something like, I mean, it's preposterous, 6000. But this motherboard goes up to 4133. I'll escape and leave it like that. And down we have CPU specifications. Memory Z and CPU features. Here we see we have AMD Cool and Quiet technology enabled, SVM mode, I don't know what that is, global C state, again not a clue, and this is the OC section. Next, down on the left side we have M-Flash. I'll click no. That is what you need to use if you want to flash your BIOS to update it. And now, after we saw the left section, we go on the right one. We have overclocked profile, hardware monitor and board explorer. Let's go up to OC profile. Here, if you made any overclocking profiles, you can load them from here, from USB, to save them to USB or from an optical drive. So this is about it. Next, in hardware monitor, here you can adjust the speed of the fans, basically everything up there. We have the CPU, the entire system and two other things, and up there on the right the CPU, the water pump if you would have any, and the four system chassis fans that you can possibly connect to it. My Red Dragon Sidewipe black case is not connected to any system fan. I don't think I've connected them, although I don't want to be mistaken. I think I've connected them to number 1, although it doesn't show up here, but it has a cable for the RGB, and that is the only thing I think I've connected, and it works like this. If you don't have this type of case, then you can use any of those 4 chassis fan or system fan connectors. Next, here we have the temperature source, CPU fan, step up time, step down time, and here you can easily click on one of these blue dots, and it will allow you to raise or to adjust the fan curve. You just click on each of these dots. Here you can, if you click, it shows you how much you can work, what workspace you have, how much you can adjust it. Here I left it at 50% like that. Here also you have all full speed, all set default and all set cancel. In the system, mouse and PCH it's the same thing. So only in CPU. Also here on the left you have PWM option for the adaptive speed of the fan, DC and auto. Let's exit this menu. So basically in hardware monitor this is the only thing that we can get. Here you have the pump, the system, but as I told you, nothing is connected to those 4-pin headers. And finally down here we have Board Explorer. Let's enter, and here it shows you all the motherboard, and if you go with the mouse over a red area, it shows you exactly what's there. The I/O ports, here it tells you the CPU power connector 1. Let's see if we can, oh yeah, so we can see it like this. Let's go from left to right. So the flash BIOS button, the keyboard and mouse port, USB 2.0, again the second USB 2.0, DVI, HDMI, USB 3.1 ports, really nice, Ethernet, USB 3.1 Gen 2, and the audio. Here you have the PCI Express, of course, the #1 system fan connector. It shows it's disconnected, so I didn't use any of the 4 ports. The CPU fan connector, here this is in use. You can see all the chassis fans are disconnected. Here we have the SATA 3.0 ports, and down of course the front panel audio, system fan connector 2. Here is where I've connected the RGB and also the power for the 4 fans of the case. So I've used these 2 pins from above. Here we have the TPM connector, I think that is empty, system panel connector, number 2. Here we have the USB ports of the chassis, the 2 SATA ports 3.0 and the other. The chipset and also the M.2 connector. So this is it. I hope this video was helpful, although it was a long one. I just wanted you to know exactly what you will get in BIOS if you'll buy this motherboard. Honestly, it's an incredible motherboard, it's awesome, and it's way more affordable than the X570s, which maybe you will not even use to the full potential. For what I need for my Ryzen 5 3600, this motherboard is way more than I could ever want it. If you would like to support me, I would be really eternal grateful to you if you'll buy something from Amazon using my PC parts links in the description of all of my videos. I thank you for watching, and I will catch you in my next videos. I wish you all the best.